Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're setting off on a cinematic journey into a place that totally defies expectations. When you hear the word Xinjiang, you probably picture endless, arid sand dunes, right? Well, scratch that. We're heading straight into the unexpected, vibrant lushness of Xinjiang's Ili Valley. It is absolutely astounding to discover a place of liquid sapphire lakes, rolling alpine meadows, and sky-blue cities hidden in this region. Let's get started.
Okay, let's dive into this because we're starting with a massive geographical mystery. Xinjiang is located right in the heart of Eurasia. It's actually the furthest landmass from the sea on the entire planet. So how on earth does a lush, green, water-rich oasis exist in a region that is fundamentally an arid, lifeless desert?
The answer lies in the incredible architecture of the Earth itself. You see, Xinjiang is a land of massive extremes. Down in the south, the Tarim Basin is a hot, dry, completely unforgiving desert. But up in the north, the Ili Valley is this green, lush, glacier-fed oasis. And the divider between these two worlds? The colossal Tian Shan mountain range. It acts as a massive wall, completely blocking the dry air from the south, while acting like a giant capture's mitt for the weather systems coming from the west.
And the scale of this weather system is just epic. 7,000 kilometers. That's how far moisture travels, carried by westerly winds, straight from the Atlantic Ocean. It travels across all of Europe, across the vast Eurasian heartland, becoming thinner and thinner with distance, until it finally smashes into the towering, snow-capped peaks of the Tian Shan Mountains. There, it condenses and falls as rain and snow, feeding the rivers and glaciers that transform the dust of the valley into absolute abundance.
Naturally, all that glacial runoff eventually has to find a resting place. It flows into Sayram Lake, which is an endorheic basin, meaning it has no outlet. Water literally only leaves through evaporation. Because this is the absolute farthest point that the Atlantic moisture reaches, this remote geological wonder is often poetically called the last teardrop of the Atlantic. And honestly, it fits perfectly.
Just imagine standing there. You're at an elevation of 2,000 meters, making it the highest and largest alpine lake in Xinjiang. And you're looking out at water so pristine it looks like liquid sapphire. There are actual waves crashing on the shore that make you feel like you're standing right next to the ocean, even though you are literally at the Eurasian pole of inaccessibility. In the summer, the shores are blanketed in a kaleidoscope of vibrant wildflowers, all framed by those perennial snow-dusted peaks. It is a stunning visual.
Section 1. Spring Bloom and Alpine Grasslands.
Let's transition away from the macrogeology of the high mountains and move down into the vibrant mid-ground of the valleys. If you happen to time your visit perfectly for April, you get to witness one of nature's most spectacular and fleeting shows, the incredible Ili Valley Spring Bloom. The hillsides just erupt into a breathtaking pink explosion of wild apricot blossoms. We aren't just talking about a few trees here. This is the largest and densest primitive wild fruit forest in China. These trees are remarkably resilient to drought and cold, but their gorgeous display is completely ephemeral. From blossoming to withering, you literally only have one single magical week to witness this fairyland.
This landscape completely defies standard expectations. When exploring the alpine grasslands, specifically places like Naladi and Karajun, we discover these vast, rolling green ridges that seem to stretch endlessly right up into the sky, dotted with wild yellow and white tulips. But now, what's really interesting here is the trees. Usually, spruce trees cling to the sides of steep, narrow ravines. But here in Karajun, these tall, majestic spruce forests grow directly out of the flat, velvety alpine meadows. It creates this 3D patchwork landscape that looks way more like a perfectly composed painting than wild nature.
Section 2. Kazakh Nomadic Traditions.
Of course, this stunning wilderness isn't empty. The Kazakh herders live in complete harmony with these vast nomadic landscapes, operating on a very strict seasonal migration cycle. During the harsh winters, they shelter down in the lower valley towns. As spring breaks, they begin moving their herds, sheep, cattle, and horses, up into the foothills. And by summer, they arrive at the high-altitude, lush summer ranches like Karajun, where the livestock can graze freely on all that rich alpine grass.
The details of these Kazakh traditions are absolutely fascinating. During the summer, they live in incredibly spacious yurts, some of which can comfortably fit up to 15 people. The days start early with unique routines, like milking the horses. Actually, here's a great little detail from the sources. They have to let the foal drink a little bit first just to calm the mother down before they can start milking. That milk is then used to make local staples, including extremely sour, hard dairy nuggets made of cheese or yogurt that can be preserved for long periods. They navigate this vast, completely fenceless environment entirely on horseback. And perhaps most importantly, their traditions of profound, warm hospitality have remained beautifully untouched by time. Locals will frequently invite weary travelers to share a meal or camp safely near their yurts.
Section 3. The Blue City of Gulja. Zooming in on the micro-level sensory experiences, walking into the Kazanji district of Gulja is a stunning visual shift from that wide-open wilderness we just talked about. You are immediately surrounded by Gulja's architecture, specifically its iconic sky-blue buildings, the walls, the doors, the ceilings, all painted in these vibrant, refreshing shades of blue. It's a maze of 130-year-old courtyards where almost every single home features a lush grape trellis or an apple tree providing shade over a traditional tatami-style seating area. It's incredibly picturesque and peaceful. Honestly, it's no wonder netizens in a recent survey overwhelmingly voted Gulja as the most livable city in the entire region.
And this delicately beautiful city is matched by a seriously robust local street food scene. Just imagine the smells of the local bazaar. You've got hand-picked mutton pilaf, when the meat is cooked until it is fall off the bones soft and waxy, perfectly balanced by the sweetness of local carrots. For a quick snack, you can grab sweet rice dumplings steamed right in bamboo tubes, sprinkled with sesame and sugar. To wash it all down on a hot summer day, there's nothing better than the local apricot peel tea, a refreshing, sweet and sour drink that acts like a cooling tonic. Add in the steaming, thin-skinned buns and local fermenting kvass. It's a culinary adventure all on its own.
So all of this brilliantly illustrates the magic of the Ili Valley. Does this vibrant journey from the liquid sapphire waves of Sayram Lake across those spruce-dotted alpine meadows all the way down to the sky-blue courtyards and bustling food stalls of Gulja change your perception of the Eurasian heartland? It for sure proves that there is always more to discover if you just know where to look. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and keep exploring.